So it says we're live, but I'll give it a
My
couple minutes.
my camera angle's good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hey, you can give me some.
You're centered.
All right, give me some critiques, feedback. I'm very open. I'm not thin skinned at all.
Oh no. You got it going on. All right, we're live on YouTube. I'm gonna give it a little bit of time to push to probably LinkedIn.
I love this. I've got a yeah. This
I
is
love
beautiful.
StreamYard. Yeah, and the beauty is it'll just keep playing on replay. So if people miss it, it'll keep falling down their feeds, and then you can go in and download. Oh, we have a comment. Let's see. What's up, Gabe? Gabe says, "What's up" from LinkedIn.
What's up, Gabe?
So we're going to go ahead and get started. And then as people trickle in, they trickle in. So yes, Gabe, you're tuning in from LinkedIn. I know. Sorry, my cat. Hope you're having a good day. We won't be long, but I'm so excited to introduce Tre Bradley. We've done a couple of segments together on Good Morning Texas, and it's been really, really fun. Just talking about how to say yes to you, self-care, but Tre is like the relationship strategist. And so you can't go around my girl Jane McGarry and her not drop Tre's name, helping her to date better. And I'm like, who is this magical Tre that I need in my life? So for all of you folks out there, and I do want to say, you do not have to be single. You can be in a relationship. You could be married. Tre is the man. So welcome, Tre. Look, Chandra says, I am all ears. She's tuning in from Facebook.
Woo! Got some. I don't know who this Tre guy is, but I'm trying to figure out if I can feel his shoes right.
Gabe says Jane is incredible. She really is. She really is. But Jane introduced me to Tre, and we have a workshop coming up called Before You Date, Meditate. But I want to backtrack into that, Tre, and tell folks, what does that even mean?
Good question. Good question. So, before you date, meditate just essentially means that it's giving people an opportunity to understand that a lot of things that happen when we meet or connect with a potential partner, again, whether or not you're already in a relationship where you're on you're having regular dates, that there's a lot more operating underneath the surface that what causes us to have this sense of deep connection with someone, this sense of like we just know. When people say, "Oh, when I met my husband or my wife, I just knew it." Well, being very, very curious about what is it that actually creates, what are all the components that create that feeling where you just know. And when you find out, like, we are multi-dimensional beings, right? We are spiritual beings actually having a physical experience. So come to find out, in order to really create that wow factor, that chemistry that hits you on all levels, where you don't know what happened, you got to understand that you have an energy field and how your energy is the first thing that actually connects with someone. So before you date, meditate is simply saying you got to be aware of more than just how your makeup looks. You got to be aware of what outfit you're putting on. I need you to also be aware of how your energy feels and how the quality of energy that's in your auric field. And before that way, when you connect, you always wonder why do I keep going through these same negative cycles? Why does it seem like I'm picking the same type of person, the same type of guy? Well, it might not be just what you're saying you want. It might be what's in your energy field. So before you go on another date, how about you meditate, clear out the mess, purify some things, reset. So when you go out, you are representing and attracting the qualities that you have cultivated within yourself to attract the same someone who also possesses those same qualities. Like qualities attract like qualities.
Ooh, Lord. Now, Tre, I'm going to go a little bit deeper than that. Hey, Hawana. Hawana says hi from LinkedIn.
Hey, Hawana.
And then you already have someone wanting to get you on their show. Gabe wants you on their show about love and relationships. So we'll have to link you with Gabe. But
All right, Gabe, let's do it. Let's talk.
But my question is this. So you talked about getting dressed up, getting ready to go on the date. I like how we can say that our aura, that subtle energy around our body, is a part of that getting ready to go out. That's kind of like your accessory. And maybe
Absolutely.
even more important, the most important accessory that you can carry. However, Trey,
Uh-oh.
I will ask the question. Subconsciously, though, even if your aura is attracting a mate, what if your picker is off? So what if your energy is attracting the narcissist, or it's attracting the person that is the energy vampire, or like, what are your thoughts on
Thank you.
that?
Thank you. She's not even sliding in slow.
No. Asking for a friend.
Cliffhanger, cliff diver. Okay. So beautiful, right? So your picker being off, so to speak.
Off.
Well, what's actually happening, what could be happening in most cases, that if you start to, let me say it this way. If you start the meditation process, it's not going to be just a one-time thing, but what it's going to bring you to is a higher state of awareness to understand why your picker has been off. For example, if let's say, for instance, you are, you've been dating, you just got out in the dating market again, you're in a long-term relationship or married or whatever the case, and you're like, all right, so I haven't been out here. I'm on the dating apps. I'm on the Tinders. I'm on the Bumbles and all of that. And you notice that, you're meeting different guys, and you still have leftover unresolved fears, insecurities, lack of self-worth. Now, you might have the mental clarity of, I know what I'm looking for. I know what I don't want. I know what I don't like. You might have that. She might have all that worked out in her mind. But the problem is there's no awareness of things that have not been completely released.
Lord.
You got to have the awareness. And one of the things that meditation is known to do is bring you to a high state of awareness with what's floating around in your auric field, the kind of thoughts you're having about yourself. It brings you to a state of self-acceptance, compassion, presence. So without that, you're not going to be able to regulate or recalibrate your picker. So that's why the meditation component I think, is the missing link to healthy, holistic dating and relationship. I hope that answered the question for your friend.
It did. And she says, I feel seen. You better teach it. And she also says, Chandra says, my picker is broken because I'm out here trying to be a fixer. So
there you go. You go.
I love how you're saying that. It's meditation is so important because you are able to center yourself and you identify things both seen and unseen through stillness, through grounding yourself. But something you're also going to discuss during our workshop, which is why we're just trying to let you guys know what we have going on today. But you're also going to talk about the power of visualization and meditation in kind of manifesting those things that you want to desire. So yes, work on yourself for sure. But there's also this action step of kind of like utilizing the law of attraction.
Absolutely. So bringing all these components together. So one of the modalities that I use when I do, say it louder, that's right.
For the people in the back.
One of the modalities I use is a pranic healing modality. And the key principles there is you always energize. Let me correct. You cleanse before you energize. And so you can translate that into, you have to release before you receive. Release
Don't
before
give
you
all the good stuff
receive.
away, Trey.
Not all of it. I got to entice you a little bit. I got to, just in case for those who don't make it, you got to know that you missed something.
Y'all, we're going to have a good time on Saturday. Let me tell you. You
So
got to release
before you receive. So
Okay.
before you actually can set up that law of attraction, right? You have to make sure that there's some space for you to receive what you're trying to attract. Let it sink in. Breathe it in. Hold. Exhale any doubt that was the truth.
Jesus. Jesus. I'm telling you, your girl, i.e. me, when I tell you I have been working on myself for that purpose, you know, just what you said, just for that, because it's like, you can't put more on your plate if your plate is already full of God knows what, traumas, hurts, past relationships, you know, negative self-talk. If you haven't fully embraced that healing process. So, and I'm a believer. So it's kind of like, why is God going to give me more when I haven't released and let go of all these things? My plate is already full. There's no room for me to receive. And so I love that you said that. This healing process and journey is so important, because so many of us are trying to add.
That's right.
Add into mess. And then wonder why our relationships are jacked up.
You don't wash dirty dishes in dirty water, right? You basically have to change out the water. So you don't want to use the same old dirty dishwater. You want to remove that so you can put some fresh water in. So you got things that are cleaned and washed, so you can receive something that is more refreshing and new. So the law of attraction starts to work more effectively once a person can clearly know exactly what they want and state it in the affirmative. What I mean by that is, if you start saying, well, I know I don't ever want to deal with the man who don't travel, that don't have no passport. I don't ever want a man who...
Are you in my group chat?
I've kind of been around a few.
Captain to the group chat, y'all. Oops.
I've been around a little bit, so I've heard the meanderings, right?
They said, I think I saw it on IG or something. It was like a group of women, and they were saying, like, I don't want a man that is just trying to take me to like domestic. He needs to be international.
Right.
And I'm like,
right.
You know, okay. Sedona ain't bad. Ain't bad. Go to Sedona.
So basically, you just have to, when I say stated in an affirmative, you have to say what I want. What I want is what I must have is, and then state it as a positive. Because basically, always express this, whether people really know it or not. The brain does not process negation. Your mind does not process a negative thing. For example, if I say, do not think of a yellow cat with purple dots. Don't ever think of a yellow cat with a purple dot, or your life will be ruined. Stay away from yellow cats with purple dots. Don't ever think of that. Now, what happens to the mind? Your brain has no choice but to bring up the image that I said do not think about. Right? So when you're expressing what you don't want, we put more energy in the things we don't want, which is interesting how we continue to still attract the thing that we said we didn't want. It's like the universe ain't listening to us. Didn't you hear what I said? I said I didn't want a man that didn't have a passport. And every guy I've dated...
This dusty fool coming over here telling me, babe, we going to Houston down the street.
Right. So each time you wonder why you keep attracted, because we usually put more energy into the things we don't want versus the things we do want. So the law of attraction, where you want to create that clear vision, clarity, and energizing what you do want. That will put you in a position to where when you're out and about, you're dating, even when you're going through the Bumbles and the Tinders and the Match, your consciousness, this is so beautiful. Before you even get into your awareness, your unconscious mind will automatically filter out anything that does not align with that frequency.
Mm.
See, these are the secrets that they don't really tell you. You got to almost program yourself for the right thing. No, not almost. You do have to program yourself to attract the right thing. So you have to have the right thoughts to get the right thing.
Mm.
So you don't even realize it, that you will, anything that doesn't align with the image that's already, I mean, in full bright color in your mind. This is what I want. I can see it. I can feel it. I can see myself on the beach. I can see myself going to the movies. I can see myself with this person. Can't really make out his physical face, but I can tell he exists. It's so real. I can feel my heart opening when I'm with this person. I promise you, your brain, your subconscious have no choice, but it will filter out anything that does not align or match with that frequency. Because you're sending it out. Everywhere you go, you're sending it out. And you won't have to chase it, go looking for it, or go get it. It will be attracted to you. And the man won't even understand why. Because he ain't been doing the work you've been doing. Now, it's not just for women. Fellas, the same thing, right? I do work with couples. I work with families. So one of my uniqueness is that I'm able to find that balance. I don't get into the gender wars of man and woman and all that. It's really about finding that balance. We all need to be able to understand ourselves on an emotional level, mental level, and a spiritual level to create the type of chemistry we need on all four levels: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. So I work with families, couples, all around. So, but that's what it takes. You have to cleanse, which is the releasing of anything that's no longer serving you, old beliefs, old thoughts, your old blueprint, how you thought it should have been. Uh, Somebody
Yes.
said, I need a book of flight. Yes.
Chandra's in DC. Yes, you need to, girl, come get your life. I will pay for you to be in the workshop. Just come to Dallas, come stay with me.
So yes, do what you got to do. Be here. It's going to be a powerful, transformative event.
Yeah.
You got to be in the building. It's one of those things where it's not just what I'm sharing, but it's also what you get to experience. It will be a healing experience, even though that's not the intention. You will experience healing and releasing. So you leave there. I'm gonna set you up with the right thing by the time you leave the event.
And here's the thing, that subconscious is so powerful, and a lot of people, we don't utilize that inner power, right? I remember I had a business coach one time that made us do an activity, and it was like, what's your next car that you want to go buy? Go to the dealership, sit in the car, feel the car, get to feel it. And at that time, I think I wanted like a white Range Rover or something like that. And no doubt, every day I was surrounded by white Range Rovers. They were driving next to me on the highway. They were parking in front of me and behind me, no matter where I went. And then when I transitioned to, I want a Jeep, I saw Jeeps everywhere. It was like they were just coming into my field. Now I need to do a little bit better on the dating game, Coach Tre. But I'm gonna get there.
Same. Listen, you just gave the whole formula. That is the exact process. That's the reason why it happens that way, because if you understand how the brain works, it's your unconscious mind is aware of everything. Your conscious part of your mind can only focus on, I think it says 7 plus or minus 2 things at one time. So you can only consciously focus on a few things, but your unconscious or subconscious is aware of everything. So what happens is it's only going to bring the things into your awareness that you are focused on, or that you need, or whatever you've been feeding it the most, right? So it's like when someone buys a certain car or vehicle of a certain color, all of a sudden you had not noticed that color anywhere, but all of a sudden you're seeing it everywhere, because in your brain it's saying, well, obviously this is important to you. So it's going to show you something that's always been there the whole time. So you think about it from a dating standpoint, if you're looking for a certain type of relationship, a certain qualities and characteristics in a mate, once you start imprinting that and saturating your mind with all of the positive qualities that you're looking for, the God has been there the whole time. He's always been there. He's always been right down the street. He's always been maybe even in your life, right? But you were not tuned in to recognize and to appreciate those qualities until you became aware that that's what you needed.
Yep. Yep.
All of a sudden, it's like, oh my God, I'm meeting so many amazing guys. All of a sudden, like now, my trouble is trying to figure out
Which
like
one?
which one. And I know it's people that, oh, it sounds like a fairy tale. I had one client, she was so invested in believing that it wasn't going to happen for her. She was really invested in that. So anything I said that challenged that, she had resistance because there was more certainty in the negativity. There's more certainty in the doubt that she could ever find someone who would love her in the way she wanted to be loved.
Mhm.
And I would share these tools with her and say, look, you don't ever have to let go of this idea or this belief that it doesn't exist for you. Just apply this for a little while, for maybe 90 days. If you don't get any results from it, go back to what you originally were doing. You literally have nothing to lose. You have everything to gain. Because the way you've been thinking, you haven't gotten what you wanted. So why not try this out? See if it works. If it doesn't, go back to what you were doing before.
Get out the group chat, Coach Tre. Get out my group chat, okay?
I've heard it.
Lord.
I'm telling you, I almost got I always had a mental Rolodex of, greatest hits, right? Greatest complaints.
Oh my gosh. Gabe thinks you're a great guest. So
Thank you,
thanks,
Gabe.
Gabe. Well, I don't want you to give everything away. I'm super excited. As you guys can see, Coach Tre is just amazing. Like I said, we've done a couple of segments on Good Morning Texas together for Jay McGarry's Say Yes to You. He's her relationship guru. I've met him through Jane, and now I'm just happy that we're getting to collaborate on some things here in Dallas. So we have Before You Date, Meditate. It's a workshop that's going to be at Breathe Meditation and Wellness, the studio that I teach at. This Saturday at 1:00. And Tre, just give them a breakdown of like there's guided meditations and some journaling. What else do we have in store?
So for the gift that comes with your registration is I'm going to be giving you the Manifest Love Spray. Now this spray has some very powerful essential oils. And if you are familiar with essential oils, you know all the different powerful benefits. And one of the most expensive ingredients is pure rose oil. And it takes, I can't remember, but it's like thousands of pounds of rose petals to produce like one drop of this rose oil. And so I have rose oil and some other essential oils blended into this Manifest Love Spray. So on an energetic level, it radiates this loving pink energy that opens your heart and it fills your entire auric field. So you'll have, and there's some other benefits there too, but just giving you a little bit, you'll have that as a backup plan for, if you're not able to do a deep meditation, you can spray that and that's your meditation in a bottle. At least that clears your aura. As well as we're going to give you some different meditation tips. There'll be a kind of a long form and there'll be a little short one that you can do in a schedule. So when to practice, how often to do it, when the best time, and just, Q&A, answer any questions. So not just about the meditation, but also maybe we'll get into a few relationship questions and see how we can tie all those pieces together and see how it fits to make sure you are at your maximum attraction level to attract what it is you want for a relationship.
Yay. And I will say the spray smells amazing. Trey gave me one after I think the first segment we did, and I use it for myself. And I am very generous. I use it on my Reiki clients too that need to unlock self-love. So I do spray that as they're in their Reiki sessions. So it's amazing, y'all. So you get all of that. It's $88. That includes the spray, it includes the workshop. Obviously, Trey's very knowledgeable. It includes you just being able to come and really just be in an open and safe space to explore what could be for your relationship. Again, you don't have to be single. You could be in a relationship. You could be married, but maybe things you want to work on attracting. So
that's right.
We really want to see you there.
Bringing back how it used to be.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, how did it used to be?
So if you're married or you're already in a relationship and you want to bring back the way it used to be, this is also a great workshop for you to attend. So, and let me shout out to Leah for this entire idea, because I really appreciate her trusting what she do best, which is knowing when something works, knowing when something is a great idea. And I really have to acknowledge her for the inspiration to follow through and turn this into a beautiful workshop. So this is something I've been doing, but to turn it into a workshop where I can offer it to the public instead of just my private clients, this is really, really amazing. So I definitely want to acknowledge you for your inspiration and your energy that you're putting behind making this a success. So thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you. Chandra says she is dopeness. And Ms. Jackson says, love that. Where can we find the spray?
Come to the workshop.
Come to the workshop. Well, you know what? And I will say for all of my followers that aren't in Dallas, because there's quite a few, maybe if you want this in your city, just hit me up and maybe Trey and I can go to wherever you're at and we could do a Before You Date Meditate workshop in your city. Right. And then you can get some spray. Chandra says that is, you get a lot for $88. You really do. Like she says, that's what you pay for a date night. That's an amazing investment into yourself. I agree. To be able to sit again with a coach who has private clients for $88, you get 3 hours of Trey's time. He's going to teach you the meditation. You get the spray. You get community. Oh yes, you're in Miss Jackson's in Fort Worth. So yeah, I will.
Beautiful.
I'll send you the link. We hope we get to see you on Saturday. But yes, it's an investment into you and into your future if this is one of those areas you need to work on. So yes, I will get you details, girl. Come join us.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing you.
All right. Well, thank you all. Hi, Cristiano. Thanks for tuning in on LinkedIn. We're getting requests. Let's take it on the road. Gabe says, would love to host you both on my LinkedIn live show and talk about this workshop and maybe even sharing it in other cities. Gabe, hit me up. I think Gabe sent you a message.
Yes, he did. Yep.
So, and Gabe's freaking fantastic. So, Gabe, yes, let's do it. Like we're all about spreading the message, spreading the love, and I am a student. Even though I am a teacher, I am a student. I'm not perfect at everything, so I'm so excited to learn from Trey.
Best teachers are always students.
Can we get the link to sign up for the workshop? Absolutely. As soon as I conclude this broadcast, I will tag you in that link on LinkedIn, Amelia. So yeah,
y'all see that last name? That's my wife. That's the queen.
Is this your wife?
Yes.
Hi, queen. Yes. I thought I put in the caption, but if not, y'all, I'm one of those people. I will personally tag you all and give you the link. So yes. I'm going to let Trey get back to his beautiful queen. She can attest to all the things that he's saying. Thank you all for tuning in. If you know anyone that may need this workshop, please do share, tag me. I'll edit the caption with the link, and we really hope we'll get to see you on Saturday. All right.
All right.
Hey, Queen. All right. Thank you all, and we'll see you soon. Bye, Trey. Thank you so
Bye.
much.
Thank you. Thank you. It was wonderful.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.